right. You guys want to learn how to book parties from parties. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how you can start creating the 2x2 booking system and how to use that from party to parties to make sure that your calendar stays booked. And that's the goal, right? When we go into our party business, we want to make sure that when we walk into our month, we already have bookings on the calendar waiting for us from the efforts of our month prior. We never want to walk into our month with zero bookings because what happens then? We start to grow that anxiety and we start doing the scrambling, right? Have you ever heard of I forget the term, but can you recall yourself going into your month and realizing that there's nothing on the books and you find yourself scrambling around trying to figure out how you're going to book your month? Because if you don't book parties, what tends to happen? If you don't already have a profitable VIP group or referral program going on, then you're kind of screwed at that point, right? Because you're going to have to work your way up to booking parties for that month. And typically what ends up happening is if you don't give enough time for your potential hostesses, what they'll end up doing is booking for the month after the month that you want to book for, which is why it's so important to make sure that the month prior, you're already booking your calendar out for that next month. So how do we do that? How do we book parties from our parties? That's exactly what this training is going to be all about. And hopefully I'll have some resources below that you can probably download and take a look at. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about a couple things that you can do in every single party. So number one, you want to make sure that you are actively engaging with all of your party guests. This is kind of we all know that this is a very important thing that we need to do, right? So one thing that you have to make sure that you are doing is actively engaging with all the guests, making sure that you're replying to all of their comments. And one thing that I enjoy doing is making sure that once I am replying to guests, I'm also hopping into their inbox, giving them a warm welcome into the party. And typically I like to do that with people that have already started to participate, but everyone in that party will eventually get a welcome message from me. It could look like something like this, like it could be, hey there, friend, or hey there, Chelsea. Hey there, Caroline. Super excited that you decided to join Janet's quick 2-day event. I just wanted to pop in and say thank you so much for joining us. Have you ever heard of our company before? Have you ever shopped with us before? And I like to end these with an engagement question, typically because it creates and promotes that conversation. And for those of us that struggle, maybe you're already doing this, but for those of us that struggle and find that when we are sending these messages, because we're not friends with them on Facebook, they're not seeing it and it ends up in the spam folder or in the message request folder. What you want to make sure you do is once you send them that message, make sure that you're going to your welcome post. That should be your pinned post, and you're tagging them below. Okay. Tag the person that you sent a message to, and you want to do this individually. Okay. So if you sent Chelsea a message and you welcomed her and asked her a question in Messenger and you find that you're not friends with her, you want to make sure that you go to that welcome post, tag her in that welcome post, and say something like, hey, Chelsea, welcome to the party. So excited to have you. Make sure to send to check your inbox. Click here to do so. And what you're in that click here is going to be your messenger link. Did you know that? Did you know that Facebook actually helps you by creating a Facebook Messenger link that people can just click on? And what it does, it helps bypass message requests and spam, and it will land them directly in your inbox so that they can see the message that you sent them. The link that you have to type is m.me/ and then your social media profile link. The way that you find it, or the place that you're going to find your social media profile link, and I will try to show you on my phone. I believe it's a little different on the computer, but on your phone, this is your profile. Do you see the 3 dots there? When you click on that, at the bottom, you're going to see where it says your profile link. Mine is facebook.com/Janet Parks 0528. You see that? After facebook.com, there's a slash. Janet Parks 0528 is what you want. Yours is going to say something different because it's your social media profile. So if I were to tag someone on my welcome post on that party, I wanted to tag Chelsea, and I sent her a message and I wanted her to click on the messenger link, my messenger link would look like this: m.me/Janet Parks 0528. It will turn into a link, and when they click on it, it's going to take them into my inbox and they're going to see the message that I sent them. So they won't be in spam and they won't be in message requests anymore because they're going to have instant access to the message. That's how it works. And that's how you can get your response rate to increase. Now, in a perfect world, we would love for everyone to be able to click on that. But 9 times out of 10, some people are not going to click on it, right? Some people are not going to see it. That's just how Facebook works. However, this will increase your chances of bypassing that, okay? So this all relates to how we book parties in our parties because you want to make sure that they see your message, right? You want to do that early in the party, first day of the party, or even the pre-event posts, or even before the party even begins. If you have that welcome post up, make sure that you're doing that. You're going through and messaging everybody that very simple welcome post and asking them a very simple question, right? That way you're already starting the avenue for conversation, okay? Especially if they're engaging in the content that you're posting. So how does this relate to booking parties? Well, you're opening up the conversation now, right? People are seeing your messages because this is going to be the place where you're going to want to begin booking parties. And of course, it's a way easier when they actually see your message. All right, so now let's go a little deeper here. So now we're starting to post our pre-party posts. Maybe we're posting some engagement posts here and there. What I like to do is the people that are engaging the most, of course, I want to make sure I reply to everyone in the comments, but the people that are engaging the most, I would go through and send them another message. As long as they responded back, I would send them another message and I would say, hey, just wanted to pop in here again. I just want to thank you for being so active in this group or in this party group. I would keep it just like that. So thank them for joining and then thank them for being active. Okay. This is also going to help promote that conversation and start building that relationship. So it's just another great way to create conversation for yourself. So again, you're creating those relationships, you're building that connection, and you're thanking them for their time, which is also a really nice gesture. Okay. So thank them for joining and then thank them if they are participating and commenting and they're excited in the party. So a lot of times that will generate some conversation. So if they reply back, create opportunities for you to reply back to them. You just want to promote that back and forth. Okay. You're really just focused on that relationship piece. Okay. So the next part of this, is on actual party day. Okay. So if you're doing a rapid fire type of script where it's in and out and you're doing all your party posts on that day, there's going to be a lot of conversation, right? There's going to be a lot of comments on that day. And this is typically the best day to go ahead and start asking people if they want to book parties, especially if they're participating and engaging. Now you've opened up the conversation, right? You've thanked them twice for participating and joining. So on party day, if they're engaging and they're commenting on things, you're replying to everyone. And what I would do is as your party posts begin to post, I would go through and take this opportunity to message the most active people and go ahead and do an open ask, because you've reached out twice, they've responded. So you've started building that connection and you've started building those relationships. So now I would take it a step further and I would go ahead and start asking. So one thing that I would like to say is I would say something like, hey, Chelsea, I just want to thank you again for just being so active in this party. Just curious. It seems like you're having a good time tonight. Not sure if this is your thing, but would you be interested in hosting your own event just like Jennifer did? If not, no biggie. I'm actually rewarding the first 3 ladies that book a party in this party with a free gift. Very simple. You could even say the first two ladies if you want to. Okay. So in parties, if you want to book parties off of parties, I typically like to have a couple of incentives set aside in order to really create that environment for people to want to book a party with you. So even if it's something like a hostess credit of $10 or a gift certificate of $10 or a free small gift that you can put in a little mailer to ship out to them, or if you have some extra stash of product in your house, utilize that, right? Utilize those extra products that you're not using, especially if you can create more business for yourself. Um, Attracting new hostesses and booking more parties creates more opportunities for you to be able to open up, right? And have a new bubble of people that you can speak to, right? Just like the party that you're in right now and where you're booking from. That is worth an incentive. That's worth mailing something out or a free gift, especially if it gets you that booking and it gets you in front of new people. Typically, like I've mentioned, in this industry, it's really hard to get yourself in front of new people. So I love using incentives because incentives always, or they most of the time, tend to work. But that's how I would structure that question. That's how I would structure asking someone, right? So that's one way that you can book parties from parties. And you want to stay consistent with that practice. So, and as long as you're consistent with it, you're gonna start seeing those snowball results. And your goal typically needs to be just booking two parties from your parties. That's the mindset goal that I like to give to consultants because two parties is attainable, right? It's not an overwhelming number. And it becomes very simple as long as you have a system, as long as you have a step by step system that you go through. And this is the first step by step, right? Messaging everybody, welcoming them into the group, thanking those people that are participating the most, and then hopping on their inbox again if they're continuing to participate on party day, right? When the product posts are going out, right before you go live and asking them, just keeping the option open. You're just making that offer to them, and they can either choose to say yes or no, I actually prefer to just support my friend Jennifer, but I appreciate it. Right. And if they say no, then make sure that you have posture in your response. Very, very important because this is what represents your personal brand with people, right? This is what's going to set you apart. No problem at all. Just wanted to offer it out there. I just appreciate you being a part of our party, right? I appreciate you. Keep it very, very simple. Okay. And if they say yes, right? Because this is what we want. We want some yeses, right? If they say yes, oh, fantastic. Okay, great. I will get with you after our live tonight and we can go ahead and decide on on the best time and date for you, right? So there it is, right? That's your first strategy to book parties from parties is making sure you're consistent in your messaging strategy and having a strategy set for that, right? Okay, so what's the second strategy you can do to help you book parties? You can go live. Okay, go live. If you're not already going live in your parties, you are not doing yourself any favors. And for those of us that are nervous to go live, we're going to have some additional trainings to show you how to overcome some of those fears. Really, it could really start with just baby steps, right? Even if you're not necessarily open to booking games, live booking games just yet, that's okay. As long as you are showing your face, okay? Going live and actually creating those connections live with people really not only helps represent your personal branding with people, but it also allows people to know and like you. Sometimes all it takes is for people to see who you are, right? And if they like you, typically what happens is they're ready to make some decisions, okay? And it's really interesting because, a lot of times we tend to overthink this and we tend to make it more complicated than it needs to be because we're so conscious about the way we look and the way we sound. What if I freeze? What if I'm awkward? But nobody really cares about that. And I learned that the hard way because I'm an introvert. And when I started going live, super nervous. I mean, super nervous as an introvert. And I started with an audience anyway. And so that was really hard because I had never done that in the in the past. But what I learned through that nervousness is that it's all here. It's not real. Like it's all here in our heads. So I want to encourage you, if you're not going live, push yourself. Okay. I know it's a strong thing to tell you, but really push yourself and try it because you will surprise yourself. Okay. Always go live, especially after your party post, because this is a great opportunity for you to connect with people, acknowledge people, right? Create those relationships as if you were in person with them, right? That's why home parties always do very well because you're in person with people. People can get to know you. They can see you in live action. You can respond. There's back and forth live conversation. You want to recreate that, but in a party setting. So if you're going live, acknowledge people when they walk in, when they join you on the live, right? Welcome them. Ask them simple questions to create conversation, like, hey, where are you from? Or have you ever purchased 31 products or Pampered Chef before? Let me know in the comments if you have, and what's your favorite product. And then showcase what the live is going to be all about. Okay. And what you can do to start off, if you're nervous about doing like a live booking game, right? We'll have some trainings on how to do that. But if you're nervous about that, maybe just end off your live with sharing the benefits of hosting and the fact that you're giving away incentives for people who want to host. It's first come, first serve. Okay, so it could look like something like this. So you welcome your guests. You ask some simple engagement questions to create and foster that environment for conversation, right? You want to create the environment for engagement and conversation because that's what really creates connection and relationship building. You want people commenting. So asking simple questions like, where are you from? Have you ever bought products before? How do you know your hostess? Where did you guys meet? Right? What do y'all think of the party so far? What's your favorite thing that you've seen out of the products? Very simple, easy to answer questions, right? And then going into the purpose of the live. So, the purpose of the live, just to let everybody know as you guys are answering questions below, the purpose of the live is we're going to be sharing some demo. We're going to be doing a demo on some of my favorite products or our favorite products this season. And of course, if you have questions, make sure to comment below. Let me know what your favorite product is. And if you have questions, I'm happy to help. So you're stating the purpose of your live, and then you just can start showing your products one by one. Pro tip, don't spend more than a minute on each product, right? And then after you showcase your 8 to 10 products, at the very end is where you want to do an open ask. Give people that offer and give them the opportunity to host a party with you. A lot of times, people will book if you just give them the opportunity to do so. People will want to join if you just give them the offer to do so. People don't know what they don't know. So never assume that people on your live don't know what or do know what booking a party is, because a lot of people, you'd be surprised how many people don't understand what that means. I run into a lot of people that are like, what does that mean? And you have to explain it. So at the end of your live, very common practice to just mention what hosting a party is. So it could look like something like this. Okay. I'm improving for you guys. So, of course, please make a better version of what I say. So you can say something like this. All right, y'all. I hope you really enjoyed the product showing tonight. Comment below with what your favorite product was or what you saw out of the lineup. I also wanted to make sure before we ended off our live, okay, I wanted to make sure that I made sure that I let you know that there's an opportunity for you to earn free products and discounts on products. So comment below with an emoji if you want to learn how to do that. There's no purchase necessary for this. So basically what it is it's called hosting your own event. So as you guys can see, I'm live in Jennifer's event. Everybody here knows Jennifer. She's the hostess of the party. Basically, what she did is invited her friends to a Facebook group just like this, and she allowed me to go through and, connect with you guys and share products. And basically, any purchase that's made in Jennifer's event, she starts to earn credit. So right now, you can even share like where she's at reward wise and discount wise if you've gotten purchases already. If not, that's okay. You can roll past this one, but you can say something like, So, as you all start to purchase, she will start earning those credits and discounts. So I wanted to make sure that I let you guys gave you guys the opportunity to host your own events. So here's how it works. So, like I mentioned, you just create your Facebook group. I go through and I share some of our favorite products. I do things like this, have fun connecting with you guys, demo some products, and then your purchases will go to her sales and she starts to earn those discounts. So, if you'd like an opportunity to host your own event, comment below with a fire emoji or a heart emoji. And I'm actually giving away 2 free gifts or free products for the first 2 ladies to book a party in Jennifer's party. So as long as we can book before the party officially closes out tomorrow evening, then you will get the opportunity to earn that incentive. And then that's it, guys. Give them that offer at the very end. It could be like 2 to 3 minutes long if you want to. You can share what the hostess program is going on that month. But what really just matters is talking about it, being willing to talk about it, and creating that structure for yourself when you go live. It doesn't have to be super scary. It doesn't have to be, you're not pressuring or nagging anyone. All you're doing is talking about it, right? You also have to think to yourself, like, how can anybody join my team or party with me if I'm not talking about it, right? You got to talk about your business for people to know that you have a business. You got to talk about your hostess program for people to know that you have a hostess program. So just put it out there and give people the opportunity to do so. You don't want to pause and wait for responses and just stare, right? Just put it out there. And here's what tends to happen is people may comment on the live and book right there, and you can message them privately and go ahead and set up a date, or you'll have replay folks hop on, and then during the replay maybe they'll comment and they'll want an opportunity to host a party with you. So anyways, that's your second strategy: going live, doing your demo, and then just making a simple offer at the very end of your live. Okay. And then here's the third strategy. I'm going to give you 3 strategies to book parties from parties. Okay. The third one here is playing a fun deal or no deal booking game. Okay. And this is in the form of a post. Okay. So it's called Deal or No Deal. All right. I'm actually going to give you 2 parts to this strategy, because I think these 2 parts of the strategy are going to help you if you're consistent with it. The first one is, most of us know what Deal or No Deal is, but it's a graphic where you have like 6 total pictures, right? It could be pictures of like holiday items or balloons or boxes or gift bags. And you're basically, with your caption, you're saying, comment below to claim one of these numbers, and I will reply to you with your deal. And then you reply to them with the deal. And typically it's like a reward for hosting a party, right? So it could be, here's your deal. This is what you message them. Here's your deal. If you claim box number 1, then you can receive $20 in hostess credit for booking your own show. Deal or no deal. And then they can reply with deal or no deal. If they reply with no deal, then you can give them another deal option, maybe a discount on an order or a free shipping offer for X amount of order. And if they say no deal again, then there's just no deal. So some people will do that. Some people will just not accept any of the deals, or you'll have somebody decide that, okay, I'm going to commit to an order and receive my discount from you, right? Pro tip with Deal or No Deal is you want to have very little order deals, because you don't want to come out of pocket too much. You want to focus on return on investment, right? So I would do like 1 free shipping offer and like 1 $5 offer if you can. Okay, if you can. You want to keep costs low when you're doing your parties. You don't want to give away the farm, and that's one way where you can prevent that from happening. So here's the second part to this strategy, so that and how you can really level up your bookings. And this is pertaining to the people that place orders. Okay, so when people place orders in your party, always, always, always message them and thank them for their order. Okay, when it happens. So when they place their order, I would most definitely make a post tagging them and thanking them for their order. Maybe even, if you can, post a screenshot of what they ordered on that post so that other people can see what other people are ordering, and it may give them inspiration on what to order, right? So that's helpful. But also message them, okay? The fortune is in the follow-up always, okay? We're doing a lot of messenger here because this is how you run businesses online, is through messenger. That one-on-one connection is everything. So this is what I would do when someone places an order: immediately offer them to book their own show. So this is how the message could look like. Hey friend, just wanted to say thank you so much for placing an order in Jennifer's party. So excited. Please let me know when you receive your products, because I'd love to know what you think. Also, I wanted to make sure I made this offer to you. Would you also be interested in booking your own show just like Jennifer did? Just like that. Thank them for their order, right? Be super genuine about it. Always slip in that offer, okay? Always, always slip in that offer. And the reason why you want to always slip in that offer is because you never want to assume just because someone ordered that they're not interested in booking a show. If they ordered, it could be because they want to support their hostess. Awesome. But you also want to make sure that you explore all possibilities. It's called having that plus one mentality. Okay. Plus one mentality. So, with every opportunity that you have, and this is what plus one mentality means, every opportunity that you have in conversation, if you sell them on a booking, right? If you sell them on joining your VIP group, if you sell them on something, right? Sell them on an order, always think plus one. What else can I offer to this person to give them the best value? That's your plus one mentality. Cool, they joined my VIP group. Let me thank them for joining the VIP group and also give that plus one mentality on offering them to host their own show. Cool, they placed an order in the party. Great. Let me make sure that I give that plus one mentality, offering them to host their own party, or offering them, if they'd like, an opportunity to become a distributor like myself, right? All it takes is just asking those simple questions, right? And if not right now is on the agenda, that's okay. That's not a no, okay? And that's all right. Again, have that posture and reply back with, hey, no problem. Just wanted to check in. Super excited. Still very thankful that you placed an order. At least make sure to join my VIP group so that you can stay up to date with all things 31, all things Pampered Chef, and you don't miss out on a thing. Okay. So again, plus one mentality. If they didn't book the show, that's fine. Make sure you reply back with no problem. Still excited that you placed an order. Let me know when it comes in, and make sure to join my VIP group as well. Okay. So that is how you do it, guys. These are the 3 strategies that you want to make sure that you are a part of and that you're taking full advantage of and you're utilizing in every party setting. If you're consistent with this, this is most definitely going to increase your party bookings in every single party setting. And remember, use that 2x2 mindset, 2x2 booking mindset. Booking 2 parties from every single party is going to, creating that attainable goal is not only going to make it realistic for you in your mind psychologically, but it's also going to keep your calendar booked. And this is exactly how you walk into your months, with bookings already on the calendar. You book out the rest of your month, and then you start booking the month after. And then you just continue booking from all the parties in between. And this is how you stay booked forever. So make sure you stay consistent with your strategy here. I hope that this training is helpful. Comment below if you have any questions at all on everything that I've went through with you. And excited to see you in the next training. Bye, friends.